guys, it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So I am very excited for today's video. It has been a little bit since I did a body jewelry haul of any kind. So I'm super excited to not only do a body jewelry haul, but also a try on for you all. When the company Oufer Body Jewelry reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to work with you and send you some pieces, I was like, heck yes. Let's do this. So excited. I can't even remember the last time that I did like a major body jewelry haul or try on. So all of today's pieces are from the company Oufer Body Jewelry. I've never worked with them before. I'm really excited for these pieces. Just so you all know, a little disclaimer or whatever, I'm not being paid to say certain things. I'm not being paid to be like, oh my God, everything's great. Yeah. I wasn't given a script of any kind, so this is all genuine. This is all me. That might be scary, but yeah, you don't really want all me. But I am very excited for this. I have 6 pieces of jewelry to show you all, as well as to try on and show you what it kind of looks like on someone, because you can look at jewelry online and be like, wow, that looks really cool. And then you get it and put it on, you're like, wow, that doesn't look as cool. What? So I'm really excited to do both of those things for you. Most of what Oufer sent me was what I'm considering septum jewelry, which I'm excited about because that's like the one piercing where I like to go a little more all out. Like if y'all notice, I typically tend to stick with very simple pieces of jewelry, especially in my ears. I like to keep the same thing. I don't like to change it out too much. Every now and then I will. I say this as I have a simple segment ringing right now, but I do like to get a little fun with that on the weekends. So I am considering these pieces to be more septum jewelry for me. However, you could put them in a day stuff. You could put them in helix. You could pretty much put them wherever, because all of these are gonna be 16 gauge. That is pretty much the standard for cartilage piercings of any kind. To me, they scream septum jewelry, except for one, and we'll save that one for last. So for this haul and try on, I'm gonna start with the piece that I'm really the most excited for, and that is this clicker. It's 16 gauge, and it's got these dark blue stones at the bottom. There are 3 stones. There's like a bigger square in the middle and then 2 little side ones, and it is just really pretty. It's kind of hard to see in the plastic, so I will go ahead and take it out for you, but these are they're gorgeous. And just so you all know, I haven't tried any of these on, so this is my first initial reaction. First initial reaction? All initial reactions are first. Words, Gretchen, you can do them. So that's it out of its casing. It's just these really pretty blue stones. I think what drew me to this piece was the fact that I don't really have any jewelry of like that has a colored stone in it. All of my jewelry tends to be like clear, either diamond, cubic zirconium, whatever you want to call it. That's just what I've gravitated towards. So to get something that has such a distinct color, I do think I've got over in my day stuff, I do have a piece that has some pink to it, but then it also has the clear stones as well. I think I have one piece of jewelry that has like a hint of purple to it, but I typically don't buy pieces that have a lot of like vibrant colors to them. I usually like to stick to something a little bit more just simple and not really blah, but just not as flashy. But again, like I said, septum is like the one area where I'm like, yes, let's get some flashy pieces, which is why I'm super excited for these. This next one also really caught my eye because it is another kind of brightly colored piece, and that is this septum clicker that has a whole bunch of like dark purple stones, not a light purple, but like a dark purple, and you can really see them. They're gorgeous. Just a very simple shape, nothing like out of the ordinary. They have stones that go all the way around the clicker, except for the part that like goes up into your nose. I love these stones so much. This deep purple, oh, that's one of my favorite colors, is a deep purple. When I pulled these pieces out of their packaging, I was like, yes, let's have something a little bit different. I don't know how certain colors will go with my hair. A whole lot more went with my blonde hair. Red kind of clashes with some coloring, but I think purple and deep blue, I think will be fine. I saw this one next to the dark blue one. This one really caught my eye, and I'm just assuming it's because of that vivid color. It's not so much the style of the jewelry, because I do have something like this, but it's clear. They're clear stones. So to have something like this deep purple or a deep blue, it's just like, yes, a little bit of color. Oh, look at her. She's not quite so bland. And the thing that I love about septum clickers, you do have to have a little bit of force to close them, but I like them a whole lot better than like horseshoes because I'm constantly either losing the balls or I can't get the balls unscrewed or I can't get the balls back on. And so I just like to stick with segment rings or clickers. Next is another piece with a really gorgeous color in, and that is this one that kind of has like turquoise stones to it. So if you look at it up close, there are like these, you can tell that it's not turquoise. It's like that color in though. When you look up close, they've got stones that go all the way around that are the turquoise color, and then connected to those stones are clear gems, kind of like what I typically wear. So this one, I was just like, ooh, best of both worlds. You've got a little bit of a color, and then you have like my standard clear stones. I also like this one because they're a little bit spiky. They're not quite so simplistic in their stylization. You do have some kind of like spikes to them and just kind of pizzazzes it up. I will say the one bad thing about septum clickers is trying to remember what the diameter is that works best for your nose. Some people can get a smaller diameter, some people need a much larger one. I have a relatively big nose, so sometimes I have to get like a bigger diameter. This one looks like it's gonna be great, but sometimes I do order piece of jewelry and then I go try it and I'm like, oh, that didn't really work. But as you can kind of see, it's got like the little stones connected to the turquoise looking stones, so it kind of sticks out as a little spikiness to it. Oh, it's gonna be really cute. This next one is more of what I would typically wear just on a regular day, but with a little bit of a distinction, and that is this segment ring right here. But the difference about this one, so if you look at it, you'll be like, oh, they're just like some embedded clear stones, very much up Gretchen's alley, except for one thing. The actual jewelry itself is rose gold. Usually I stick with like a silver color in just because silver looks better with my skin tone. I shy away from gold because gold does not look good with my pale butt. So I usually shy away from gold or anything other than silver. But sometimes I'll pick up rose gold. So when I found this one in the package, I was like, oh, that's a little bit of rose gold. The thing is, you can't really tell because the part that is rose gold is the part that'll be up in your nose. So you can't really tell, but you can in a way see around like the part that will be out with the stones. On the back side it's rose gold, so it's just more of a subtle hint to it. It's not going to be like, wow, you're wearing rose gold. Not like it would matter because rose gold is pretty. Usually I shy away from anything that's not silver, so when I saw rose gold I was like, yes, okay, let's try something new. Okay, so now that I take it out of its packaging, again, this is the first time that I am like reacting to these full on. I think it's like a mixture of rose gold and then like a rainbow type of thing, because like looking at it with my lights, I'm seeing some like purple, green, blue, orange, yellow, and like the bottom part, not so much the top part that'll actually go in your nose, but like this bottom part has like a little rainbow reflective to it. I like that a lot. You may not be able to see it on camera, but it's definitely noticeable like with me looking at it. So I apologize if you all are not able to see that on camera, but that's really cool. That was very unexpected. I thought it was just rose gold, but I'm like seeing kind of a rainbow reflective to it. So this next item, going back to what I just said about how gold doesn't typically look good on me, they sent me some gold jewelry. So we're gonna see together if maybe it's just in my mind and gold actually does look decent on me. I've never actually worn gold jewelry. You know how you read things online and it's just like, oh yeah, if you've got like this kind of undertone, stick with this type of jewelry, and if you've got this kind of undertone, stick with this jewelry, or like this jewelry looks better on this undertone, and blah, 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 all that stuff. So I just always shied away from gold because I had like a cool undertone, which doesn't really look good with gold. But this piece is gold coloring. It's a very simple one, kind of like what I currently have in, but gold. But the difference is this one has clear stones on the edges, so it's not like sticking out. The only way you could see it is if you look at an angle and you'll see the stones. So that's really pretty. I like the simplicity of it, but I'm interested because it is gold and I don't own anything gold just because I always thought I wasn't supposed to wear gold. Look at Oufer trying to get me out of my comfort zone. You're like, she wears nothing but silver. Let's send her something different. Again, this one is very simple. This one is very similar to what I currently have in. This is like my everyday jewelry that I have in my septum, but it's got like these clear stones on the edges. And so like if you look at it straight on, yeah, you can kind of see like a little bit of sparkle, but if you look at it like tilted, that's when you can really see it. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Now this last one that they sent me, I stared at it for a little bit because I'm sitting there going like, I have no idea what I'm gonna put this in because it's tiny. It's got a very tiny diameter, and I'm sitting there going like, what on earth could I put this in? But I think I have an idea, so hopefully it works out. It's still 16 gauge, so I can put it in any of my ear piercings, which is the route that I'm gonna go. It's also a gold one, so Oufer really trying to get me out of my comfort zone. I'm just using silver, so thanks guys. But it's very similar to the segment ring that I just showed, just smaller. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is trying it in one of my helix piercings over here. So either my mid helix or just this upper one. I think I'm gonna try it in one of those and see what happens. I think my mid helix might be a little bit better. So that should be fun to try that. As you can see, it's much tiny in diameter compared to the other pieces that they sent me. So when I first saw it, I was very nervous. Fingers crossed that it actually fits nicely. All right, so this first one is the dark blue clicker that I showed you all that I was very excited about. I really like how this looks. Like, it's not super in your face, but you can definitely tell there's like a pop of color there. I like looking in the mirror. I really like this one. I like the shape of it. I like the style of it. I like that it's not like too many gems. It's got a nice fit to my septum. So this is 5/16 of an inch, which is usually what I pick for my septum rings, septum clickers, segment rings, what have you. I like that because it fits more snugly up against my septum. I like that one a lot. That looks really good, I think. The next one is the purple septum clicker that I showed you all. I like this one a lot too. This one hangs a little bit lower than what I typically like with my septum rings, and like when I talk, I can feel it kind of tickle the inside of my nose, which is a very funny feeling. But I love this color a lot. I love this dark purple. Hopefully it's picking up on camera, but I really like it. And it doesn't even like cover my Medusa too much, so that's good too. That's usually why I like septum rings, septum clickers, segment rings, what have you. That's why I like them to fit my septum a little bit more snugly so that you can see my Medusa piercing. But I absolutely love this purple color. It's super pretty, and I think it kind of goes well with my red hair. Next is the turquoise looking one with like the clear gems that look like little spikes coming off them. I am obsessed with this one. I absolutely love this one. I think I love it more than the other two. This might be my new like go-to one. For some reason, the turquoise, like that light blue color, goes really well with my hair as well as with the black look that I've got going on right now. I absolutely love the look of this one. Again, it doesn't hug my septum as much as I typically like for segment rings or septum clickers, but as a fun, just different one to try, I really like this one, and I think it looks good. I personally think it looks good. It's still like not hanging down super low so that you can see my Medusa piercing. I really like this one a lot, like surprisingly so. Like I knew I was going to like it, but now seeing it in, I seriously love it more than the other two, which is saying something because I really love the other two, but just looking at this one, I really love how this looks. Moving on to the simple segment ring that I thought was rose gold, but then kind of has like a rainbow tone to it or whatever. I am obsessed with this. This might be my new everyday one, because like for every day, like when I go to work or something like that, I like to just have some kind of simple jewelry in there. But even though this doesn't hug my septum like I typically go for, it's still simple, but it still has like my clear gems that I typically gravitate towards. I love this one a lot. You can't really see, like I said, you can't really see the rose gold because it is up in my nose. I just think this simple look is gorgeous. I absolutely love this piece. Oh my God. Each one I try on gets better and better. I just really like this one a lot. And this final septum jewelry that I'm gonna try on is the gold colored one that's just a very simple segment ring with some clear gems around the edges. It looks pretty much like what I wear on a regular basis, but gold and with gems. I actually don't think it looks bad with my skin tone. I mean, maybe that's just me trying to be like, I can wear gold too, but I think it looks pretty good. It's simple. It's very similar to what I typically wear. I really like it. I like it a lot. This could also be a good everyday piece. Again, it's not hugging my septum, but it's not like wiggling around so that it feels funny. So I do really enjoy this one a lot. What do y'all think? It's very small, so it's kind of hard to tell, but do I look okay with gold? I don't know. I think it's really pretty though. I'm putting the turquoise one back in because I really like that one. And so again, this last one that I'm gonna try, I'm actually gonna put in my mid helix because it's tiny. So I'm not sure what else it could go in. It could not go on my septum. It's way too tiny for that. So I am gonna try with my mid helix. Okay, so here it is in my mid helix. That's actually really cute to have a hoop right here. It's kind of hard to see because it is so tiny, but I really like the look of a hoop right here. What do y'all think? I think that's really cute. I'm not mad with that. I like that a lot. So that is it for this haul slash try on video. Thank you again so much to Oufer Body Jewelry for reaching out to me and wanting to collaborate with me. I had a lot of fun with this. I really liked the pieces that were sent to me. If you yourself are interested in checking out Oufer Body Jewelry, I will have their link in the description below. It'll just take you right there. They offer a wide variety. Any person you could think of, they offer jewelry for it. So definitely go check them out. Their shipping is also really fast. Let me know in the comments below if there were any of these pieces you liked the most. I really like this septum one a lot. A lot. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. Go on down there and hit that subscribe button, wherever it may be, because I don't know. Even though I do, this is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys.